Hello, and welcome back. Glad to be back here. I think we're gonna go ahead and start off by ending the day. Apologies that this episode is a little bit delayed. After the last episode, fortunately, somebody in my fiance's family passed away, so wanted to make sure I was there for her, and just didn't feel right to take time to make some YouTube videos and not be there for her. So we are back though. We're ready to get back to the action. See, we're a little over encumbered. It'll take me a minute to kind of get back into the swing of things, but we'll figure it all out together. I believe last time, oh, there we go. Last time we kind of headed over to Danica, saw what happened. We went to Gustovia a couple times, and yeah, we have a couple different quests that we have. Obviously, we want to talk to Sambor. He's all the way up on the top of the map. There's some other things that we could try to do, but I think we're gonna go ahead and work on, improving our little house area first. Remember correctly, this is full. Yep. That's okay. That's full. This is not. Go ahead and drop some of this stuff off. Drop some sticks off as well. Let's take a look at the map. Do we want to go all the way to Sambor, or I don't know, it's kind of far, but I think it's worth it. I think we go head over, go talk to Sambor. Remember, there's wolves here and here, so we'll cut over the mountain. I think we can pretty much straight shot it. At some point, we'll try to take care of those wolves, but I don't think our character is anywhere near experienced enough to do that. See what we can make at our current level. So again, pretty much a lot of our technology is hidden to us. That's okay. We will eventually want to make a resource storage. That's going to be incredibly valuable to us. But for right now, my character is still, getting used to the area, the valley, just overall settling in. And again, I want to play this a little bit realistic, a little bit, a little less metagamey, and a little bit more, hey, let's play it like a real character type of thing. Character's a little smelly. That's okay. I really, really love the way this game looks. I haven't really played many video games in the last month-ish. A little bit of things that take, a few minutes at a time. Maybe a Madden, maybe a, Rocket League, something that doesn't take long at all. Just been extremely busy with work and everything I was talking about earlier, so it's really nice to get back to something that takes a little bit of time, takes a little bit of effort, and it's a lot of fun. Alright. I believe I saw a bridge here. I did. I also see some abandoned supplies. Lost shipment? I'll take 13 coins for sure. Yeah, like this game is just very pretty. It's a shame that YouTube kind of limits what you can upload. I mean, it's not entirely true, but oh, that's a lag spike. But I would love to upload in 1440, 144. Why don't I have a wife? I just moved here, lady. My parents were killed. It's kind of rude. Alright. Oh, there's some animals for sale here. That'll come in handy. When we start to make our little homestead, that'll be nice. Let's go ahead and we'll just follow this road up. Imagine the road's a little bit safer. Take the right, yep. Some hawks. Crows, yeah. There's usually a lot of birds around villages, which I've noticed, and you know what? That makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of scraps. There's a lot of refuse that they can take for nests. A lot of stuff going on around towns. All right. Always be on the lookout for things like this. Overturned carts. Some meat for free. Some leather. Knife. Don't see anything else. You can actually sometimes take the wagon wheels. I actually don't know what they're used for, but I know that you can take them, which is cool. Alright. Almost up to Sambor. It's a fox. Yep, I saw that before the game notified me. Now, there are bandits that we have to be careful of. I see an abandoned camp over here. We're gonna make a slight detour. Dumped loot. Uh-oh, there's a wolf. Where did my character notice the wolf? That's to the north, okay. Gotta be careful. Need bottle? Come on. Really? I'm spamming F and it won't pick it up? Come on. Take a cup. Normally you'll find predators around these abandoned campsites. In my head, they're abandoned because they got attacked by the predator that was around it. Alright. Let's head back to the road. The wolves are to the right. I hear the wolves, so I'm going to be very careful. Do not think our character is prepared to take on wolves, but he is determined to meet with Sambor, so... Ooh, there's a swamp. Usually there's some buffalo around the swamps. The buffalo are also a little bit scary. Same with the boars. Boars are to the north, okay. I would rather take on a boar than a wolf. Boars are not much safer though. And again, me as a player, I think that I could easily handle a wolf or a boar. However, again, I wanna roleplay this a little bit as our character. Sambor, hello. Oh, an eye patch. That's cool. Black and blue. You're Jordan's family, aren't you? Yes, Rasimir. Talking to Unigost, he told me part of that. Pack. We were called the Undying Fist. Now that's a better name. Everyone loved it. Yeah, that's so funny. Love to hear some stories about my uncle. I'd love to spend my time telling the old tales by the crackling fire. No, leave my property and forget where it is. Jesus, I like this Sambor. Let's see. How do you part of the Undying Fist? What did you do with the pack? You don't know what we did. He didn't get to that part. Oh my god. Try to be less annoying. Sorry when Jordan left his home. He was 18. Clever bastard was always too big a fish for his birthplace. He knew that. Left as soon as he could. Cleverness at such a young age always means two things: being arrogant and hot-headed. His plan was to set out on a big adventure. Pretty detailed. Yeah, funny. Path like that is paved with skeletons of young idiots, but none of them was Jordan. Either way, he was wandering for days. Days soon turned into weeks. Rations, he was running out of food. He was not a good hunter. Berries and mushrooms, that's what he ate. So he needed some coins. He came across a manor of orchards so vast they seemed like an ocean. He found some work there. Let's see, his hands were covered in blisters. Yep. Amazing storyteller. Shut up. You want me to finish? Alright. He was exhausted from the strenuous work. Went to the lord of the manor with a smile on his face to collect the payment. All that was blah blah blah. So he did all that work. Didn't get paid. Ain't that the truth? Jordan was furious. Started shouting at the Lord, demanding justice. Peasants were just flies to the Lord. Yep, they were serfs. Disgusting, replaceable insects. What do you do with a fly that buzzes too loudly? Both of the Lord's palms struck Jordan's ears with the strength of the ox. Jordan fell to the ground stunned. Wow. Stealing the few pathetic coins while doing so. If I may add, it wasn't even till evening when Jordan regained his hearing. Yeah, if you get cupped in the ears, that shit hurts. A capable fighter, met him 10 years later, but he wasn't back then. You need to find a way, blah blah blah. What came later was me becoming bored of this conversation. No way, can't leave me hanging like that. Alright. Please, 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 please. Fine, shut up already. Grab the shovel. Go dig clay. Alright. So all of that to dig up some clay. Did he give us the shovel, or do we have to go get one? Alright, we have a bunch of wooden shovels. Let's go ahead and place that. Get rid of some of them. Alright. Get some clay. There we go. That's a little cool. I'm gonna take those strange deer figurines. Alright, where's the rest of this clay? There it is. Perfect. Clay can be used to insulate houses, by the way. See how these are thatch roofs? You mix some clay and some, I believe, sticks, and you're able to insulate that to use less firewood. Now, for a player, that doesn't really matter. But once we start to get villagers, that'll matter a lot. Alright, here's all the clay. Alright, Jordan was a fighter, didn't have that money or connections. He had one thing, unusual ability. Jordan was an exceptionally good liar. No sweaty palms, no voice cracks, no tells. Calm and steady. Managed to handle any kind of pressure. Perfect in the craziest situations. Alright, what happened with the Lord? He came up with a plan so immensely moronic and unrealistic that it's really hard to believe that it worked so perfectly. At first, he convinced the nearby town's tailor to sew him a whole set of clothes worthy of the most wealthy nobleman. The finest of fabrics, silken threads, you name it. Horrendously expensive. How do you manage it? 40, you may ask. It's simple. He didn't pay for it. Jordan wasn't a thief. Alright. While wearing the new clothes, he traveled to the castle of the king of the realm and entered it. Okay, blah, blah, blah. My character's annoying. It's mad to consider even trying to pull it off, but Jordan just walked straight in. I don't blame you for doubting it. I would have been the first to doubt a thing like that. Blah, 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 blah. He walked right into the castle. Once he was there, he followed through with the plan, which was betting his wife, the king's wife, the queen. So let me get this straight. The plan was to get into the castle and lay with the queen. Exactly that. That is the most absurdly idiotic plan I've ever heard of. Worked like a charm. After the lovemaking, he dressed up, deliberately leaving his undergarments on the bedside, and told the queen he'll be right back with some refreshments. Then he went to one of the king's guards, told him that he saw the queen with a company of strange men sneaking into one of the chambers. Guards rushed in, witnessed the queen naked in bed with a man's clothes next to her. His royal servant, the guard reported, blah, 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 blah. The king was mad, couldn't punish the wife, that would be bad for his reputation. Fortunately for him, at this point Jordan was long gone, riding a beautiful mare he borrowed from a stable. Yep, king didn't catch the filthy seducer, yada yada yada. I have a feeling that he tracked the queen, or tracked it to the Lord of the Orchards. Yep, he did. Incredible. Lord's head must have left the company of his body. He didn't get killed. He begged for his life to be spared, so the king threw him in the dungeon where he spent all the days he had. Alright. So Jordan got scammed, tricked the wife, or tricked the king by betting the wife, acting like it was the Lord that scammed him. The Lord was cruel. They used to call him the laundryman because he was drowned his bastards in the lake right after birth. Wow. And Jordan stopped him. Wow, a distant cousin of the Lord's, a charming young man with two different eyes. So my cousin, or my uncle, I mean. That's cool. So Jordan is a good guy. He took everything, distributed it, and yeah, my uncle's a pretty cool dude. What was the purpose of this? Blah, 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 blah. So essentially, the guys were vigilantes and yada, yada, yada. So, long story short, this is a whole lot of nothing sandwich. Our uncle was a nice guy. And now we need to go deliver a Knuckle sandwich to Unigost. So we are going to, as fast as we can, run back to the town. Because it is getting a little bit later in the day. It's about 3. And I want to make sure that we get home in time. So we're going to be sprinting all the way there. Not before we snack on some apples. Yeah, that'll hold us over. I'll also grab a little bit of water here. Delicious swamp water. Back in the day, you could just drink water out of a swamp. No problem. Parasites didn't exist. Microplastics didn't exist. You don't have to look this up, just trust me. Alright, we are going to run over to Unigost. Punch him in the face. And then figure out what we need to do next. I did notice that, you know, I'd like to imagine that Sambor talked to my character about the hunting lodge that he had on his little property, and maybe my character noticed that Sambor living all the way up here on his own had that hunting lodge. Maybe my character would want to try that out for himself. Sorry, I thought I saw something, but unfortunately I did not. Thought it was over in that direction. The other thing we really need to do is we really need to get some storage going for my character. Maybe that's something we can ask Unigost of. Notice there's also a quest giver in this town. maybe the first time we were passing through when that woman rudely asked if we were getting married, the villagers mentioned that, you know, somebody in the town needed some help. So let's go ahead and talk to that person that they suggested might need some help. Not you. Rastislaw. Do you need some help? There was a terrible storm. Alright. We'll rebuild a house. What does that entail? 21 sticks and 5 logs. That is easily done. Alright, chill out. Alright, our character is pretty filthy, you notice in the bottom left. So I think we're gonna take a nice little swim over. Clean ourselves off. And that'll be a nice way to also get across. Characters have very funny reactions if you're filthy. It's a beautiful day for a little swim. Some ducks, some mallards. Nice little swim right before we go punch Unigost in the face. Perfect. Surprised our character knows how to swim, given that he knows nothing else, but whatever. It's not my job to figure it out. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Unigost. Talk to, like a jar of honey. Start with the orchards. Yeah. So are you gonna deliver? Oh, sure, I love people punching me in the face. Around the valley, I'm known for it. Be so kind and do it for free, though. Yeah, I'm all out of my... Something knocked me out cold. He said you were looking for the best to recruit. He was an obvious choice. Blah, 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 blah. Jordan and I started our mission together. Everything was going smoothly. So we let our guard down. The secret guilds. The vendors, bunch of really heartless bastards. Blah, 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 blah. Slavery was strictly forbidden. Good. They caged them like cattle, mostly women and children. Forced them to fight. Wow, this area is extremely fucked up. Yada, yada, yada. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. They got tortured. Made a deal, promise. Alright, so Sambor was the torturer. To borrow. Alright. They want me to go get something. Man, I wish you would have told me before I would have just come from that place. I'm gonna go run, get the scythe, and then we are gonna go back and actually... It's about 6 p.m. I think it's about time we head back and sleep for the night. Remember, it's always better to cut straight through to avoid the wolves. We need to grill up some of this meat, and then we'll be good to go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, well, as we're heading back into our town, or into our little house, I just want to thank you guys for being patient with me with missing a few weeks of making a video. Obviously, I would have loved to, but real life always comes first. Especially, you know, I'm doing these videos for fun, not really reliant on these videos for any income or anything. I don't make money off of these videos, so while I want to put out videos all the time, it's just not really feasible, especially while I'm slammed at work. We've had multiple projects in the last 4 weeks that basically meant I've been working until about 5:30, and as I talked about, it's about an hour and a half drive to and from work, at least for the next 2 months, and then I'll be moving back in with my parents for a little bit while we save money for my wedding and getting a house. It's always smart to do that, to save some money. You know, I work in finance as an analyst, and you can never have enough money, I'll just put it that way. So we definitely are going to take advantage of those couple of months of living at home, saving money, not having to pay, you know, over $1,000 in rent every single month is gonna slowly add up. All right, it's time to cook up some meat. We'll light my fire, cook up some meat, get some nice roasting done, and then we'll call it an episode there. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys hanging out, and I will see you guys in the next episode.